Hello everyone. I hope this video guides you to complete the rigorous mission in Operation Postman. I'm going to start the replay. You can complete this mission in under 20 minutes by doing these steps. There is a low chance to fail the mission doing this. You might require some luck, but overall this is replicable. We tried with some clanmates, and other than the falling damage that you can take or getting, for example, hit by a Panzer IV Elite, if you don't get into cover quickly enough, you can probably just do what you can see here. In this case, I had some bad luck and I had to go around the building to hide. So this is not a perfect guide. To be honest, this is the first time I was able to complete it, but the process was mainly the same in each attempt. And as you can see here, there is a small corridor where you can hide and go around to grab this map. I tried so many times grabbing the first map, the one up north, but decided to grab the one in the city because I feel like this one is less reliable in RNG, because here when you cross this part it will spawn that elite patrol, and sometimes I try to cross so fast or earlier than what the game was expecting me to do. But here you can see that I'm trying to spot and see where the patrol is. Once the patrol is around the B5 cell, you can probably start moving across the bridge without getting a spot. Sometimes I just use the water here on the left to hide if I'm being spotted. But in this case, it was almost past that cell, the B5 cell, so I decided to go ahead and grab this part of the map piece. I quickly tried to send the other tank over there so I can grab this part of the map and not wait a long time for it to go, because that tank is going to spot you unless you send them really far away from the position. Here I almost lose the try because I decided to go ahead instead of using the eye, like the scout ability. I was under the impression that the patrol was already past me, but in this case I almost failed this attempt. Here I decided to go around the mountain because there is, I think, no patrol that can see you here. So you can be close to this ridge, but I just spotted only one tiger, so I decided to move a bit further in the middle so I can send them over to that other position. This is important because I want to go around here, grab the map, and then use the high position to be able to spot patrols if there are any. You are going to see that in just a moment. You have plenty of time because the tigers are really slow and you can just send them up north And since we are not going back to that part of the map, it is safe to do so. I used this scout ability here to see where the patrol is. We see that the patrol is heading south, and we want to approach the castle from the same direction that we are facing right now, because that side of the castle is easier to climb, and I think it's the only way to really grab the map piece. Here you can avoid the other panzer going to this side. I also didn't remember this particular panzer here, so this is a misplay by me, but I think this spot is probably always a spawn. I had to waste some time trying to hide my tank. Like in this case, I was lucky that the elite panzer didn't hit me, and tried to run to the city side. Up until this point, I'm not hit yet, and I think that I'm not going to get hit by any tank in this run. I just had some fall damage falling from the castle. I decided to use the order ability to move the Panzer IV that was going to try to spot here, because once you are not a scout, you can use the ability to send the tanks over another point. So keep that in mind. This part you can probably complete it without doing this escape route. Like you can probably send the Panzer IV to the south, the one that spotted me. And here you have to go straight to the map piece as fast as possible, because the Ferdinands are stuck to the ground and they are not going to really shoot you unless you are in the angle that they have shots. You can wait a bit and you are going to not be spotted, and then once you are not spotted, you probably want to go downhill. In this part you have to control that movement, because this is going to be a place where you can get some fall damage, and if you fall here and you don't really control the impact, you're going to get hit by a lot of damage. And you are also spotted here, but you can sit here for a bit. Once you do that, you can probably start moving towards the wall and send the panzer if you want to up north. In this case, I was spotting just to make sure that it was again in this same position, because this panzer was the one that spotted us first. The idea here was to send that other Panzer IV up north, but I think I didn't get in range for that because the patrol spawned and I had to go back. And this, when the patrol goes around that spot, you have to back up a bit to block the line of sight, and then you can move a bit forward to send the other panzer up north. Like this is also a misplay that cost me some seconds, and probably is going to cost me half a minute or more, because we want to send this particular panzer up north, not the other one, but we were not in a position close enough to do so. So once the ability is again of cooldown, we send it up north. And we are going to continue pushing into the woods to get close to uh, this position here to find a map piece. When we hit the map piece checkpoint. We are probably going to spawn a Panzer IV, and we want to avoid it and send it to another place. Like we want to send it close to the Ferdinands, because when you are sitting here, you are going to get spotted really fast. Here I tried to send it over there, but I didn't do it in time, and it was going to spot me. So I had to go next to the house to avoid it. And now I'm going to grab this map piece. In this particular run, I was not sure if the Panzer was going to go back to the initial position soon enough, so I tried to spot, but I was not really able to spot anything here, and I was under the impression that the Panzer IV was still with the Ferdis, so I tried to go like this and noticed that the Panzer was still in the initial position, so it is going to spot me here. I'm not able to back up, and since I get spotted, I have to run up north again, because this is another misplay that cost me probably 2 minutes at least, because we don't really have any position here to block the line of sight and send the tank over to any other place. So this tank is going to follow me to this position, and since I was not able to block the line of sight, here I'm able to, but that Panzer is going to climb that hill if I stay in that position. So I decided to run and run to the next pair of houses to hide for a bit. And this move is probably costing me a lot of time. I guess we lost 3 minutes just by this mistake. And after waiting for a bit, I decided to go back because I figured the tank was not able to find me there, and decided to go to initial position. I'm going to spot from this bush to see if the tank is going back. I don't see the tank, so I guess it's already in the initial position. This tank is the one that really made me fail so many attempts. It's probably the hardest one to move out. Here I try again to spot it, but I'm not able to, so I figured that I had to move to the village and make it go to the other side by using the village houses instead of the other house. So here is the same position that we grab the map piece and we send it over to the hill near the Ferdinands. This is probably the move that you want to do to avoid this tank. You probably want to wait after you grab the map piece in the same building that you were before, and probably use the scout ability to see where the tank is. And once the tank comes back, you send it over to the Ferdinand, and then you make the push along the red line. That's going to probably save you a lot of time, because I wasted so many minutes in this part. Here you have a Panzer IV patrol that is spawning there. You want to move as fast as possible to block the line of sight, or you can use the scout ability to make the patrol appear and then wait up the hill until it goes near you and you can do this same movement. On this particular part of the map, there is no other tank other than that patrol. You can just use this road up until the first bush that you are going to spot a tank, and then you want to use in that particular place the scout ability to look at where the other tank is hitting, because this is also a pain point. My first attempt, when I was really close to complete it, I failed here because this particular tank that is appearing right now, the one on the right, decided to go down the hill by using the road that I'm sitting on. So my recommendation is to send it there, like down the hill up north. And then you have to back down a bit because the bushes provides probably no camo in this mode. So you want to send them over and wait until the second tank is going to go downhill. Then you can move here and grab the map piece. I suggest you control the tank direction to point to where you came, and once you grab the map piece, basically go fast around the rock and go a bit down, because the other tanks are going to climb really fast and they are going to spot you. That also is one way to lose. Here the patrol spawn, so we are going to approach slowly the broken walls, and we are also going to approach the hill on the right. That's where we are going to avoid this particular patrol. But then our problem here is the Panzer 3 that is sitting next to the village, the one that we sent where the Fardays are. He's going to spot us. So you can do two things here. You can go fast and pray for the RNG to save you, or you can try to time the patrol and also the tank in the village, because you are going to see that I didn't time the patrol and I sent that tank behind the building. But when I tried to run and make my final run to the destination, I see that we have this patrol approaching again. So I had to go fast next to the rock here to break the line of sight. And then when it's moving to the left, I decide to go back here. But the problem is, when you are here, the Panzer is going to be back at the initial position. So you must try to time sending it when you see that the Panzer IV is almost at the broken walls, that you can see that in the minimap, and then make the run. Like, if you time it right, using the scout ability, you can complete this part easily. And that's it. I hope this video helps you to complete this and get the medal and also the tank. It's a really cool tank.